we are, well 46, day 4. Great night last night, and well 46 is a beautiful place with all these white gums around it. And of course we've been fortunate to have the rain and beautiful green grass and stunning, except of course a few people have got bogged here. But anyway, today we leave this and we're heading south. Firstly, we'll have no sand dunes for a bit, and we end up going past a clay pan which can get pretty boggy, so there's a bypass route around that which we'll be definitely taking, and hopefully that's going to be dry enough for us to get past, otherwise we'll be backtracking quite a bit. But past there we start hitting some sand dunes, and we'll end up at the Gravity Lakes, which is a beautiful spot. There is some rock art there, so I think we'll spend a little bit of time trying to find that, and before we proceed. Hopefully we're there about lunchtime, I hope. And then more sand dunes, and we'll look for a camp around about 3 or 4. So today will be a little bit of a test again for Cobus and the TEKO van, but we seem to be not having any trouble, so I don't anticipate any today. So yeah, so that's about it. Any questions?
Not at all.
Made it so clear. Okay, thank you very much.
What time are we departing?
And we'll depart about 8.
8.
8, if I can get my tent down in time.
Okay.
Good thing about leading these trips is
All depends on you.
they can't go until I go.
Thanks, Mike.
Melted glass, didn't quite. They've cut the exhaust pipe again, Cobus.
Yeah, okay. There's more.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised those wheels are still there.
It's a hammer.
The rubber thing inside. Oh, this is an air fitting.
Oh, yeah.
That must have been the seal. Yeah, but it's just like a flower shop.
So I've got a couple.
It's not here anymore. The fuel tank of it.
I wouldn't be putting your finger in there, mate.
You're right. I think I'll just leave it. I think I'll just leave it.
It's more narrow than...
Yes. There's a few scratches on.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that happened.
That covers.
No, it happened yesterday.
There is joy found in the race, and I feel it in the place where I'm free. And I simply can't deny it, that I feel adventure calling out to me. Yeah, we are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure.
sadness of the canning. Here we are in this beautiful remote area, and people just seem to think that they can bring things in and leave them for some reason. They brought them in, why can't they cart them out again? There's that, there's a broken glass in here. They've even gone to the trouble of putting it in this rubbish bin. But they don't seem to be able to take it out. This, along with toilet paper, where people don't burn the toilet paper, is just an ongoing sadness that people who appreciate the outback constantly feel. So we'll pick it up and take it. We can't take every bit of rubbish we find, but we'll take bits of rubbish that we can, try and make the place a bit better than when we arrived.
Was 43 feet when constructed. Storage was 1,950 gallons. The flow was 1,000 gallons per hour of excellent water. Canning described well 44 as the worst for stock feed, and also said it had lots of poison bush around it. In 2019, all of the country around this well was burned.
Hit enough speed, momentum, and then I'll just back off as I go over the top. So.
No, I didn't have enough speed on that bumpy one, so I'm going to have another go.
Okay.
On this one, it's very, very soft at the top.
Patrick.
the last year, but apparently it's good to look in. And possibly a few other little beasties in there too. I think probably what's this? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're little.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the one behind you.
The one that barked.
Oh, that's pretty
2 minutes, paleontology.
Yeah, all will enhance it, yes.
It's not a snake, I think it's an outline of a finger or something.
What is that? What is that?
Oh, yeah, here.
The yellow prime. And also stuff from trees too. Yeah, there's a tree sap.
Yeah.
In the sap.
There's a present.
Naturally.
I think this end is at the end of the legend. Onwards we go.
Water was still available till a few years ago, but time and nature have taken their toll and the well is about to lapse. But people from Melbourne.
So we had one that we were trying to get close to Curtis to get some photos of patients going over the top of the sand dunes.
Yeah.
So right at the top and we were
Oh, no.
2 metres behind him.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was just like
Oh, I thought we weren't going to camp.
No, we are going to camp. No, the next camp's not good for camping apparently.
Yeah, the van is holding up. The car is what I'm having problems with a lot on the way. Yeah, a lot.
The sand dunes we saw today were from small ones to moderate size, so we're going to have some bigger and more frequent ones coming over the next couple of days, which will challenge us all a bit more. But you obviously sailed over those ones today without too many problems.
As I come around the bend, I just you accelerate. As long as you get the speed up before you hit the sand dune,
Yeah.
there's no wheel spin. Like you were following, there's no wheel spin. You just get your speed up, go over the dune, and then just almost coast down the other end. Got to get that right. But, yeah, it was awesome. What an awesome day.
Do you get the sense you've got huge 35-inch tyres on that? The tyres are let down to
18 psi.
18 psi. You've got a lot of basically surface area on that sand, so low pressures. Do you get the feeling that when you're pulling that 3 ton up the sand dune, that it does feel like 3 tons?
It's getting the momentum going. There's no. When you hit the sand, it doesn't actually slow you down. It's just getting the mass of the car and the van into motion. Once it's in motion, it just floats over the sand. The car is down to 20 in the front and 8 and 30 at the back, 28 at the back.
is that I can see other things that that we might want to look at and explore a bit. And even now I'm looking at maybe making a few changes to the parameters as we go along here. And I found that while there's lots of movement on the axle, there's been times when the sensor in the car will just go to sleep.
The car or the van?
I'm sorry, in the van, because it works on a change in speed in any direction, and if it's just coasting along at the same speed,
It goes to sleep.
it goes to sleep. So it means really that the suspension is absorbing a lot of the stuff out of it, and the data is showing that. But when I look at it, they're related to those sudden increases in, when you're going up the sand dunes or you come over the top.
Yep.
That's what those
Oh,
are
okay.
related to. So those rapid changes, what it means is that the suspension is doing its job, the caravan is not bouncing on those sand dunes, and so that damping is all working correctly. And from that velocity data, we can actually calculate the forces involved, because we know all the other parameters. But it would be good then to start looking at things like strain. So what are measuring torsional forces and things like that on the suspension pads.
And the sand dunes will get bigger, so that's going to be interesting to see how the telemetry works with the bigger sand dunes. And some that are also will be probably quite, the bigger ones obviously people will struggle to get up a bit more, they'll be likely to be bumpier, so that will be a good test for the caravan as well.